Hey guys, it's me, Carmela Vance. Just coming on briefly just to speak. It's not going to be long at all. I just want you to be very aware of your surroundings. Oh my goodness, and to see if God is trying to tell you something. Because if you don't get it the first time, He's going to send it around the second time. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and to do your research to see what is God trying to tell you? What is Holy Spirit trying to tell you? I'll give you the example. This is the second time in this month, the month of May, 2021, that every time just about I go outside, I see this hawk. And I said, oh my goodness. So I was searching and I was looking at hawks and to see what their meaning was, because I kept seeing one fly around. Oh my goodness, I just forgot about the other time I saw it. So I was literally outside getting ready to record my podcast. Holy Spirit said, you need to get your kids in the house and you need to record it now. So I said, okay, kids, let's go get in the house. I guess I wasn't moving fast enough because the Holy Spirit sent a hawk in my front yard in the tree, literally right in front of my face. So I could see it looking, just sitting there. And I said, and I just not freaked out so the kids couldn't tell, but I was just like, let's go. I got them in the house. That was the first encounter, but I had been seeing it flying around, and I was just admiring the hawks up there, how high up they can fly. And there were 2 or 3 at the very, very first time I saw them. Then the second time was on the tree. And then, so I was like, thought nothing about it, forgot all about it, went ahead and did my podcast. And that day I did remember it, but meaning days went by and I forgot all about it. So I was outside once again recording. I think I was doing my homework for class, and God was like, you need to focus. And I was like, okay. So I tell you, I said, okay, all right. I was doing too many things at one time, and literally the Holy Spirit was like, pay attention. So I was like, okay. And so I was getting ready to finish up my devotional instead of finishing up my schoolwork. And obviously that wasn't what the Holy Spirit wanted me to do at that very moment, because a hawk comes literally flying towards my face, so close that I can see the color of its beak, the color of its claws, the color of its eye, almost as close as I could see. I could see its eyes, but so terrified that it was coming directly at me, I screamed Jesus, and it flew toward the right and went out of the yard. But I'm like, why in the world? Literally shaking. Why would a hawk come flying directly at me toward my face? What is the meaning of it? Why did this happen to me? I was just terrified, just shaking, literally trying to go in the house to tell my husband what happened. And shaking so much that I was literally couldn't even get my words out. That was the first time. The first time it flew directly at me. So today I go outside again. It's been about I think it's been about 2 weeks now, a week and a half maybe. And so I'm literally outside. I am out there in my kid's hammock play set, and I'm getting ready to record my podcast. I'm getting ready to do my Bible study first, then to do my podcast, and go ahead and, just get that done and get it over with. And I'm like, okay, so I'm ready. I say, Holy Spirit, overshadow me. I'm here to speak to you. Speak to me. I incline my ears to hear, basically, all of that to get ready to prepare for my one-on-one with Holy Spirit and God. Jesus, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, all the same. And I tell you, I hear, a bird going in the leaves behind us. There's a gate and there's the woods or whatever. Well, not woods, but there's just, some trees back there. And so I look down at it. I see it's on a branch on the ground, and there's leaves falling on top of it, old leaves. And it jumps up and down. And I'm like, that's odd. Okay, whatever. And then I hear him tweet, 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 tweet. I heard a screech. And then I see in the same turnaround, I look and the Hulk is coming at me again. I'm like, okay, all right. And so I was able to grab my pocketbook, grab my notebooks, grab my Bible, grab my phone. Literally, I'm still on record because I was literally recording one of my videos for either my podcast or my YouTube channel. I don't know what I was doing, but I screamed so loud running down the hill trying to get into the house, and the Hulk is coming directly at me. I could still see it. I literally just got in the house. I had to calm down a little bit in order to do this. And literally the bird that chirped for it to come, and the bird, it was like, it literally like the bird, it was a cardinal bird with the orange beak and a little red fuzz on top of its head. And then it was a full red bird that was a red bird cardinal, because one's a boy, one's a girl. I think the boy is the brown one with the orange beak and the little red on the top. So the Hulk comes flying out directly. I mean, I turned around and here it comes directly at me again in my face, so close I could see its claws, the details of its feathers. Too close for comfort for a Hulk to be flying that low because they fly high. And it comes flying out. And then I'm running towards the house, and as I'm running, it's still flying, and it's those two red birds, cardinals, flying behind it. And I'm screaming, Jesus! The entire time, screaming at the top of my lungs. My husband does not hear me. He's asleep in the house. The kids are in their room playing. And I'm like, I hope my neighbors didn't hear me, but I don't care at this point because I'm running in the house and I'm not looking back. And so I see on the side, like out of the side of my eye, as I'm grabbing up all my stuff, that it flies out of the backyard where I was, and it flies over the gate, and it flies to the front yard. Wherever it goes, I don't know, with those two birds flying behind it. And it's like they're playing chase or something. I'm like, why is a Hulk playing with birds? What's the meaning behind this? And so I come in the house, I slam all my stuff down, I place all my stuff down on the couch, and then I go to sit down, and my husband's sleeping. I slam it down so he hears that I'm like, I need you, but he's still asleep. So he's like, I'm not asleep. Did it come again? I'm like, yes, it came again. It came at me again. Stop being scared of it and see why it's coming towards you, and see what's the reason behind it. And stop just looking up something for comfort, but to see the reason behind it. And I'm like, okay. Shaking, and goosebumps, shaking. My whole body's shaking. I can't even get it together. And I just and I sit at the computer, I'm trying to type, and my hands are just shaking the whole time. And so I'm like, okay, God, why? And so, not why as in just to get ease about it, but why? What is the meaning, Holy Spirit? What is behind the reason why a Hulk keeps coming directly towards my face so close I can see the details of it? So I looked it up, and I see now a Hulk sighting is a direct message from the angels and the Great Spirit that the time has come to spread your wings, to fly higher, and to expand your vision. And I said, okay, all right. So literally, I'm still tingling, of the adrenaline rush, and I tried to go back outside to record, but I just couldn't do it. Not today, not at this moment. I will go out later because I still love being outside. I just love hugging my trees and sitting in the grass and smelling the fresh air. I just love nature. But there comes a point where some things don't need to come too close to me without me understanding, God, give me peace about this. And literally, I'm doing this, Holy Spirit, help me with my weakness of these hooks. I don't know. I see now. Okay, I do know to expand my vision, to expand my wings, to fly higher. Okay, so I literally said myself, the hooks don't need to be flying that low. They fly very, very high up in the sky. I mean, so high, literally, you could see them 1 second, and then the next second they're in the clouds. Like, then they just fly around, all the way up high. And I seen it getting lower and lower one time when I was studying them and looking at them. And that's another thing. Whatever you focus on, and whatever you think in your mind, you're going to attract it to. It's law of attraction. It's the same thing as whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so shall he be. I mean, just whatever you keep before your eyes is going to be like you're going to attract it to yourself. That's in the, whatever a man keeps before his eyes. And I'm like, okay, but I had forgot all about the hawk. So, okay, obviously Holy Spirit didn't want me to stop thinking about the hawk. So Holy Spirit is going to help me. This one, guys, was one for the books. I just had to just tell you about my encounter with the hawk again. And just to say, this time I had to dig, and I'm going to dig a little deeper and to see what exactly Holy Spirit wanted me to get out of this encounter. Sometimes in life we go through things that are just like, what in the world was that for? But there's always a deeper meaning, and I plan on finding out that meaning. And then once Holy Spirit reveals that meaning to me, I will reveal it to you. Alright, guys, until next time, you can follow me on Instagram as I am Carmela Vance. And that is I am, all together, Carmela, Carmela, Vance, V as in Victor, ANCE. You can do that on any social media platform, meaning Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok. I am on. If you want to email me your prayer request, you can do that at iamcarmelavance@gmail.com. All right, guys, signing off till next time. Carmela Vance. Love ya. Bye-bye.